Houses are expensive in Nigeria, especially in cities like Ibadan, Abuja, Lagos. I think there's a statistics that says that a middle income earner cannot afford to build a house in Nigeria. Building a house with maybe 100K salary and we want to build a house like 100 million, it's 5 million. That is like, I don't know, inachievable.
There was this statistics about 2 weeks ago about Nigerians not being able to afford mortgage.
Yeah.
So there is this renewed hope housing estate.
Yeah. Tinubu.
Yes, for Tinubu administration, and the mortgage cap was 500,000 naira per month or something like that. And one of the things they were talking about was like, there's no middle income Nigerians. The people you're building these houses for
They
cannot
can't
even
even
afford
afford that.
the
So
the mortgage. So yeah, houses are expensive in Nigeria, and one of the reasons why houses are expensive has to do with the material, the cost of materials. So which is one of the reasons why we, as a construction company, one of the things we look at in trying to fix was the materials. So we wanted to, if we're going to build affordable housing, it means that we can't do things the same way everybody has been
every
doing it.
other
Yeah,
construction
we
company
have
is doing.
to innovate around our materials. We have to innovate around
Delivery,
logistics,
logistics.
delivery of houses. So essentially, one of the things I had was that I wanted houses to be built like you're producing a car, like you're producing a Toyota car. Now, Toyota car has, and the reason why I'm very particular about Toyota car is that if you go on the Nigerian road today,
Yeah.
you find a 1999 Toyota car on the road, which is about
It's,
like 30 years
it's
ago.
something years
Yes,
now.
exactly. So which means that it's durable, it is, and it's not expensive to make, like compared to
When you're
every other cars and all those things. So
so 5-7 5-7 construction, we do not build houses. We produce the house
yes,
because in
exactly.
5-7 we also manufacture. We manufacture
Yeah.
our products. We manufacture the materials that we use.
Yes.
So what are the materials
Yes.
that are being produced by?
So one of the things we do is we control about 70% of the production value chain of building a house, from logistics to materials to control about 70% of it. The only materials we don't have right now, that we don't produce right now, is plumbing and electricals. That's the only material we don't produce right now. And then the only logistics we don't attend to right now is maybe delivery of stones and sand.
Or
So on a very large
some
scales, we control the majority of our construction.
something that
Yes,
we input
exactly.
in building the
So
house.
yeah, so which is one of the things about bringing sustainable housing, bringing affordable housing. The only way we can bring sustainable and affordable housing is if we can, as a
Control.
construction company, yeah, if we can control the house, the production of the house itself. Yeah.
So we make materials in 5-7, but are they still like the durability of the products we made to the conventional? I
Yeah.
know, a middleman or a layman, when you are trying to show him a different kind of product, similar doing the same thing as, is the
Yeah.
durability also, it has been tested definitely, but people would still have
Yeah.
questions.
On
The
durability and whether
durability,
it's good.
yes, does it still do the same as the normal conventional
Yeah,
materials in
materials.
building?
Yeah, so we have, for example, we have our concrete walls, concrete steel framing walls. So these were 600 by 600 slabs that were made, and then we assembled them with steel frames. So then plaster them. So by the time you're looking at those buildings, they are like every other conventional
Yeah.
houses that you have. So one of the things that we've tried to do is we've tried to make sure that all the materials that we bring out look very much like what people are already used to,
Like
so
our
that we're
normal
not
blocks.
bringing something out and then we have this cultural disagreement or cultural perception
Yeah.
about it, or prejudice
Yeah.
that would make people to want to doubt
Question.
the
Yeah.
viability. Or so we make our doors, we make our windows. We have polyester vinyl windows. We have tiles. They are ceramic tiles, but they are not big tiles. They are sometimes 100 by 100,
Different.
300 by
But they
300.
still do the same thing
Yes,
that
exactly.
our conventional
It's
building
Yeah.
material does
They are still like all the
every
materials
other.
we make, all the materials we put out look exactly like what we already know. They are made with proper quality. They are tested
Yeah. Interesting.
before we bring out any materials. Sometimes it sits in research in whatever for like 6 months before any material comes out.
So for somebody like me, my kind of interest in housing is I love me a spacious house. I love a duplex. I love an open kitchen. I love where there's a small garden and that kind of thing, and also a space for owambes and this thing. So let's say I want to build a house. I want to
You
build
should go and
four
buy land
bedroom.
in you should go and buy land in one bush, buy 10 acres.
No,
Then all
no.
these things that you're saying, you can put it on
No,
your 10
no.
acres.
I can still like
Where will you put that one? In one plot?
say all these our fathers when they will do
Did they put
wedding
that
in the
one
house,
in
they will
on one
do
plot? Go
Nigeria.
and buy 10 acres so that you can put it.
Okay. Let's say I want to build like a 4 bedroom duplex.
Yes.
Let's say I want to build like a four
For you
bedroom
can do that
duplex.
one on a plot, don't worry.
And I want to build because this I want to build the same kind of 4 bedroom duplex. I have a land at Aja. I also have a land in Monia in Ibadan, different locations. Is it the same cost? Is it the same price that I would
That you
that I
get
would
both from us, yeah?
yeah for the one at Aja and the one at
Yeah,
Monia?
right now our prices in Southwest are the same. We used to do East, we don't do East anymore. Our prices in Southwest and Abuja is the same, and the reason is because cost of materials in Abuja, in Southwest, are the same. So cost of sand, cost of cement. But by the time you start getting to the
So yeah.
east, cost of sand, cost of cement, cost of logistics start increasing, security concerns start increasing.
Yeah.
So because of that, things are, if for building in the east is way more expensive than if you're building here. But the cost what you're going to build for in Monia, in
Yeah.
Ibadan, is the same thing we're going to build for
Aja.
in Aja,
Aja.
yes. Yeah, because we're probably going to spend almost the same thing to transport to all those places. So right now we have standard houses. We have what we call our standard houses. Then we have the ones that you can customize. So the one that we have that are standard houses, we have 2 bedroom, we have a 1 bedroom, we have a 2 bedroom bungalow, we have a 3 bedroom bungalow. Then we have 3 bedroom duplex, 2 bedroom duplex, 3 bedroom duplex, and 4 bedroom duplex. So what standard means is that it comes with all our materials except for except for plumbing and electricals.
Electrical.
But every other thing that is inside the house are things that are produced. By the time it comes to customization, is where we sit down and you say, I don't like these styles, I don't
Okay, I
like
want to
this,
change this.
I
I
want to
want to
change
change
this, I
this.
want to change the kind of WC that I
So
want, all those
the whole
things.
quotation for our standard house is everything that would take the building from the foundation to finish, apart from the plumbing and the
Yeah.
electrical.
So which is also very remarkable in terms of what we've done, right? So because what we are trying to do is, when we set out, we wanted to build affordable housing. That was our goal from the beginning. So because we wanted to do affordable housing, we were able to sit down, and then okay, so we decided on the floor plans. So we started from floor plans. We decided on floor plans. How would, if a house is built like this in box form, is it more expensive than if it's built in a
In
rectangle
a
form, or is it more expensive than if it's built in a circle form?
circular form.
Yeah. So those were the first things that we sat down with. and then we're able to, okay, so we had a standard designs that we came out with and said, okay, houses are cheaper built like this because of the numbers of walls, numbers of spaces, and we'll still be able to do the same thing as a
Same
regular
house.
house. So the other thing that we did was, then we went to the material itself. We understand that Nigerian has this prejudice, this cultural prejudice. If you don't build a house like this,
Yeah.
like it's
It's
fine
not
to
going to
build
be.
your house with a 6 inches block, but most people would still build with 9 inches, because if you build with 6 inches, people think you don't have
Something,
money.
something
Yeah,
is wrong.
yeah, I know. No, people just naturally
Definitely.
think, hey, yeah, he doesn't
He
have
does
money
not
to
have
build
money
a
and he
house, so
wants
it's
to build.
managing. So because of that,
Yeah.
you find out that most people just build with a 9 inches block. So we also had to deal with that. So because of that, we had to deal with the sizes of our wall. Our walls right now are 5 inches thick walls, and it's because we wanted to make sure that we're able to, you know,
Cover up
yeah,
those
yeah, just
prejudice.
make sure that we ease the cultural prejudice, in terms of, so that it's not, oh, I can't build this because it's going to make me look like
Look like I
I'm
don't.
poor. But the other thing this afford you is that what you would have naturally built with maybe 60, 70 million, say you want to build a 4 bedroom duplex right now in Nigerian's market, you're looking at 80 million, between 60 to 80 million, thereabout. What would have naturally cost you between,
That's
that
amount.
much. So what we did is, you could build exactly
The
that,
same thing.
and with maybe about 30% of the cost. Maybe, so we have right now, we have about 40 million on our page. We have 40 million to build that. So what would have naturally cost you 80 million, could, and it will still be exactly the same.
Exactly the same
Yeah.
thing.
So we have some duplexes that we've done in the past, that if you go there, if they don't tell you, if you don't
That
enter,
this
like, you can
is
never know
different.
this was what it was built, I mean, with, and it still comes out
The same
yeah,
way.
exactly.
How long has 5-7 construction? For how
Been
long
doing
have you
this.
been into this building?
All right. So about 5 years. So we started off building with blocks. We started off building with different kind of blocks. So we were really looking into, you know, finding cheaper ways to build with blocks. We had interlock blocks that now we use them for fencing and,
The
miniatures.
interlock that we know is usually for flooring.
No, no, yeah, there are different interlocks, but we
Interlocks.
have we have interlock blocks that locks, so you don't need cement to assemble them. We had that. Then we had interlock clay, But what we realized about all these things was that we're still using the same materials, we're still doing the same thing. So we're cutting costs, but it wasn't enough
Yeah.
to bring real
So it's
change.
expensive.
Yeah, but what we now have, it's something that was enough to bring proper change, right? Like the the cost that we have on our materials now, the cost that we have on our production, on building houses,
Compared to 5 years ago.
yeah, compare is, as we're growing, and we're making sure that we're developing this product. We spend about maybe about 50% of our annual income on R&D. So because you have to come up with different
Different
materials,
thing.
we had a goal, and our goal was, or we still have a goal. Our goal is
Affordability.
to be able to deliver affordable housing.
Affordability.
So we everything that we're doing was to drive us to that point where we're able to deliver on affordability.
Okay. So 5-7 has been on for like 5 years. And we want people to keep building, definitely. How do you realistically handle projects? Let's say you have like 5 different projects that you have to deliver between. You have one in Ogun, you have one in Abeokuta, you have one in Akure, you have one to, and you also have to, deliverables are within the same period of time. How is it possible for you to realistically deliver? Because
On those
on
ones.
those, I'm sure you might have handled something. You
Yeah,
might have
so
handled something.
last year we had project in Osun, we had in Lagos, we had in Ibadan. We even have one in Ilesha almost at the same time. And so what we do normally is we, because of the space we're in, so one of the things we do is we use supervisor. We use project supervisors. So
Okay, on
or
each project.
artisan supervisor. So what we have is on each, say bricklayers for
Project, yeah.
example, they have a
Their own
supervisor.
supervisor.
Then the welders has a supervisor, like that, like that, like that. So that's what we usually use. But then we had a few complaints last year, so we switched back to using an actual site supervisor. But one of the things we're doing with that was we're trying to see if it was possible to be able to reduce what's it called in terms of that.
Cost.
But we realize that that's not going to be sustainable. So we've switched back to proper site supervisor in terms of that. So, but what happened is, if we give you 8 weeks, which is usually our time frame,
For
yeah,
deliverables.
to deliver. If we give you 8 weeks of delivery, we usually would meet up, all things being equal, which meaning that you pay on
You
time.
pay to, I
Yes,
mean,
you pay on
it's not just
time.
on the construction, it's not just on the company too, it's also on the
Yes,
clients that
exactly.
brings the
Yeah, you
job.
pay on time. All these things are done on time, so that everything will be sorted out
Delivered
on
to.
time, and then things can move. Our houses can actually be built with lesser time because they are prefabricated.
Yeah.
So we're just coming to your site to assemble
With
them,
our,
right? So it could be built with lesser time, but because we understand finances and all these things, is one of the reasons why we've moved it to 8 weeks.
and the finances you spoke about, I mean, I might want to build a house, and let's say I do not like, I'm not able to complete, or I am not able to like pay everything upfront. What does construction financing, how does it really, like, how do 5-7 do their own construction financing? Or I definitely have to, the clients have to pay upfront before, or you also offer
Okay,
construction financing?
construction financing. So we had construction financing that we were running that wasn't so effective because of the way it was run. So, but now we've switched it to. So, one of the challenges we had then was that the times was too short, the interest was high, and so which means that what people are paying up at the end is a lot, and probably maybe a lot of them cannot pay, right?
They can't afford
So
it.
yeah, they can't afford it. So because of that, there was a lot of challenges as regards to it. So, but one of the things we've done now is that we've increased the time, and we've put the interest rate as to the time. So the interest rate for up to 10 years is about 12%. The interest rate about 5 years is about 6%, something like that. So, and we've reviewed the prices for the housing. So every
The
6 months we do a price review where we sit down, check the
check the
things,
price and the cost
construction
of things
trends,
too.
and then come up with a new price.
So does the prices, does the construction financing, does it only work with your standard
Yeah,
houses,
yeah, yes,
or
yes.
not like I want to
No, no, it's
customize
not.
my
No,
own
no, no. It
house,
doesn't work with
customized
customization. It
houses?
works only with our standard. If you want to, the only thing you can do is you can remove. Maybe you can remove
Remove
some things,
certain
and
things
then
from it,
you can go and sort yourself out. We'll do the
but
calculations
not
and
like
give
you
you.
be
But no, no, no. You,
customizing.
there's no. You can't because one of the things we're trying to do is to simplify building as much as possible.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why it's very expensive is because there's
A
so
lot of
much.
complications
Yes, exactly.
in
So we're
building
trying
house.
to simplify it as much as possible, and for us to be able to do that, it means that there are things we would not allow, there are things we would
Yeah.
allow. Yeah, so things like that.
How many how many houses have you built since the, I don't know, since you've
Since we've started,
started? I don't want to
all
say
right,
since you've started with the
all right,
conventional
yeah, but since
materials,
we've
with
started with our
our,
materials,
yeah, with our
yeah,
materials.
about maybe 50 altogether houses. So we have a compound where we have 16 houses, 16 flats. We had one where we had 8 flats. So but in houses there are 50 of them. Now the reason why that's important is because it means that this is a lot of practice, a lot of tests,
Okay.
a lot of things that we've tested them.
Tested.
We are sure of what we're bringing out there. So, and we've been doing that for a long time. Yeah, we've had so many challenges, as you know, but yeah, at the same time, we've built so many houses
So I would like to ask, what is a particular project that
that
gave
had
you that the most
challenges the
challenge,
most.
that was most challenging?
So we had a job in Elisha that just went south, and so many things went wrong. So that has been our
The
biggest
most.
challenges so far. Well, so many things went wrong, and at the end of the day, it wasn't even loss; it was at the detriment. But
Okay, so building a house in Nigeria feels very unrealistic. It feels very not achievable. Or when you are trying to rent a house, the prices are very, very outrageous, from the taxes that are incoming to the agency fee, to the landlord increment in rent and all. But then you can build your house at your own particular, like your own particular space, your own particular amount, without even having to like break the bank. And that's where FiveSeven Construction Company comes in. FiveSeven will help you to build your dream house at a very, very affordable price. Our Instagram handle and our phone number will be shown on the screen. We'll be expecting your message. Thank you.
do you have a land anywhere in Southwest? We can build for you for as low as 8 million naira. Construction finance is also available for as low as 4%. So if you have a land anywhere in Ibadan, Lagos, Abuja, Ekiti, Oshun, you can call us. Let's talk, and let's start building for you.